Triumph has long been regarded as a symbol of British history and cutting-edge engineering. With a series of classic models under its belt, including the legendary Bonville and the Ragged Tiger, the brand has built a global franchise. However, the debut of the 2024 Triumph Scrambler 400X has generated heated controversy among motorcycle enthusiasts. While some hail it as a victory of innovation, others see it as a blunder by the venerable firm. You see, first impressions always matter the most, and upon laying eyes on the Scrambler 400X, one cannot deny its striking aesthetics. That's right, drawing influence from great scramblers of the past, it has a rough character that is unquestionably appealing. The matte finish, along with strong graphics and a high-mounted exhaust, exudes adventure. However, beneath this tough face are a series of design decisions that have left many puzzled. When it comes to price, the Scrambler 400X has a very affordable initial price of 2,62,996 rupees. That's 29,996 rupees more than the Speed sibling, which comes with handguards, a headlight grille, and a radiator guard, as well as different wheels, suspension, bars, pegs, and even a frame. That price places it squarely among its peers. It costs more than the Royal Enfield Scram 411, which stands at 2,03,000 rupees, but it has nearly twice the power and much more current technology. On the other hand, it is significantly less expensive than KTM's 390 Adventure, which stands at 3,39,287 rupees, and even cheaper than BMW's G310 GS, which is 3,29,995 rupees. On paper, its closest pricing opponent could be the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401, standing at 2,92,099 rupees. Now, this is why the eyebrows get a little raised. According to some experts, the controversial part of the Scrambler 400X is its pricing. With an MSRP that puts it squarely in the luxury market, many expected a level of polish and sophistication that the bike simply does not provide. Riders can get more competent bikes from competing manufacturers for the same price, which calls the Scrambler 400X's value proposition into doubt. If you're wondering about its outlook and appearance, then we've got some good news for you there. The Scrambler is available in 3 colors. These include Phantom Black with a silver ice stripe on the tank, Matte Khaki Green with a Fusion White stripe, and a Carnival Red with a Phantom Black stripe. Fortunately, all 3 are the same price and there is no premium paint option available here. Now that we are done with the price tag and the bike's appearance, let's move on to its main part, which is its heart. Yes, you got it right, we're talking about its engine, and of course its performance. The 398cc DOHC liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine is identical to the one found in the new Speed 400, with no changes to its peak power and 40 PS or 39.5 horsepower at 8,000 RPM, or torque of 37.5 Newton meters or 27.7 pound-feet at 6,500 RPM. The Scrambler 400X has a redesigned twin-exit exhaust end can, but the alteration is completely cosmetic and has no effect on performance. Apart from that, there are no changes to internal gear ratios. The Scrambler has a lower front sprocket that is 14 teeth instead of the Speed's 15 teeth. However, this is only to compensate for the Scrambler's different rear tire circumference, thus overall gearing is nearly equal. Not only the gearing, but the engine itself behaves identically to its sibling. Some experts believe that it's a low-demand engine, neither a bottom-end thumper nor a top-end screamer. It's linear and effortless. In the bottom half of the rev range, it reaches its peak from 6,000 to 8,000 RPM and then maintains flat power until the 9,500 RPM limiter. The exhaust note is attractive yet courteous, and the counter-rotating balancing shaft effectively eliminates undesired lumpy vibrations. But harsh critics aside, it is, however, a very dynamic engine due to the short overall gearing. In top gear, 70 miles per hour requires 7,000 RPM, and while the mirrors remain smooth and no terrible lumpiness passes through the pegs or bars, you're continuously aware that the motor is chugging away at high speed. If you didn't pay attention to the gear position indication on the dash, you'd be tempted to select a non-existent 7th gear. The short gearing also causes first gear to be dispatched unexpectedly soon. In turn, it may be accountable for a minor over-eagerness sub 10 miles per hour at first when winding the throttle open from entirely close. However, this is not a snatchy engine. It is rather a small one. Now let's talk a little about its weight and suspension. The Scrambler's frame has the same tubular steel hybrid architecture as the Speed 400, but it is a distinct item with a 20mm extension at the steering head. This lengthens the Scrambler's wheelbase, which improves stability, as does installing a longer 2-link chain and placing the rear wheel further back in the chain adjusters. Other than that, its suspension is longer at both ends than on the Speed, with 150mm travel, which can be called a minor improvement but still a long way from small CC adventurers like the Royal Enfield Himalayan or Honda CRF 300 Rally. The The bike's wheels and tire sizes differ, with a larger 19-inch front wheel and thinner rubber on both ends. The tires are also different in a sense that they are still Metzeler. Thus, we can say that the Scrambler's suspension quality, like the Speed, is excellent for the price. Unlike some other cheap bikes, there is no trace of unpleasant or unwelcome plunging into soft, long travel springs every time you press the brakes, and no suggestion of terrible underdamping when you ride over a speed bump. Good thing too, because there is no damping adjustment at either end and only a small graduated preload adjuster on the shock. So cheers on that. So what does the Scrambler 400X say when it comes to comfort and economy? The Scrambler's seat is significantly taller than the Speed 400s at 835mm. At 5 feet 9 inches, one can only just about flat foot both sides together. So even though it's a only 400, the dimensions aren't far from those of a full-size bike. The riding position differs significantly as well. Higher, broader steel bars, complete with Brace and Triumph branded foam pad, replace the Speed's tapered aluminium handlebars. Steel foot pegs with detachable rubber inserts are slightly lower, providing additional legroom. On the road, this all comes together to create a broader, more dominating riding posture, but one that seems slightly further away from the front end of the bike. On that note, it's better to say that Scrambler is best suited for long days and distances, but if you're more into off-road activities, then its sibling will be ideal for you. When you talk about its brakes, the Scrambler 400X uses a 320mm front disc, which is 20mm larger than the Speed. Triumph says this isn't about adding power, but rather about matching the Scrambler's larger front wheel. The 4-piston, radially mounted bi-brake caliber remains unaltered, but the brake pad compound differs from its competitors, providing a more soft bite suitable for off-road use. You can tell the difference. There's nice power and feel, but it's less aggressive configuration that may require a somewhat firmer pull on the non-adjustable lever. The rear brake is the same as the Speed 400, with a single-piston floating caliper on a 230mm disc, and braided lines remain standard. ABS, on the other hand, may be totally turned off on the Scrambler for off-road use, which in its sibling's case is not an option. But it would be unfair to walk away from the Scrambler 400X completely. Despite its flaws, it has a certain allure that is impossible to resist. Its quick handling and lightweight chassis make it a pleasure to ride, especially in urban settings where agility is essential. The Scrambler's larger front wheel, longer chassis, and additional weight result in a slightly less engaging ride on B roads. The Speed and others rush into turns with delight, whilst the Scrambler rolls into them more sensibly. However, its more relaxed and comfy demeanor may be just what you're looking for. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, you should schedule a test ride right away, because in that case, the Scrambler 400X is truly exceptional. Furthermore, the Scrambler 400X's retro-inspired style is likely to draw attention wherever it travels, appealing to riders looking for a strikingly stylish motorcycle. Furthermore, Triumph deserves credit for its dedication to growing its product line and catering to a wide range of riders. While the Scrambler 400X may not appeal to everyone, it represents a bold move forward for the brand as it aims to expand into new markets and reach new audiences. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.